Welcome to The American Dream, a show that started right here in San Diego, America's finest city, that now spans positive media all across the country, real stories in real neighborhoods. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, and here's The American Dream. Welcome to The American Dream, a real show, not a reality show. The real estate, the lifestyle, the culture.
It's not just about what you're living in, but the community you're going to live in.
High-rise luxury living.
People are the vehicle, people are the connection, people are the expansion.
Helping folks just like you find your dream home.
It just never disappoints.
Real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts. The opportunity to achieve our biggest goals and aspirations.
It's the American Dream.
Welcome to Financing the American Dream. I'm your host, Jay Malaco.
And I'm Kelly Mahoney.
And I'm Andrea Hawkins. Today, we're bringing Hollywood to Cleveland. Check out the new Hollywood-style sign at the Cleveland MetroParks Zoo.
It's pretty wild, and of course, it's a great photo opportunity.
There's tons of photo ops at the zoo. We're gonna head inside and check out some animals, head over to the Asian Lantern Festival, and then show you just how wild and crazy Cleveland can be. I have Chris Kahara here with me. He's the Executive Director of the Cleveland MetroParks Zoo. Chris, tell me a little bit about this sign.
So this is our own version of a Hollywood sign here in Cleveland. We wanted to really have a great representation of the zoo so people could see it driving by on the highway and know what special things we have here at Cleveland MetroParks Zoo.
Yeah. Now, one of the most impressive things, I think, is that big thing right there. Tell me a little bit about the giraffe.
Yeah, so that giraffe is 25 feet tall. We wanted to make sure it was big enough so people could see it from the highway. It's really spectacular. The elephant was so large, it had to be transported here in two different pieces, and then we assembled it here on site.
That's
so
crazy.
Size is paramount for this exhibit.
So how many animals actually live here at the zoo?
So we say we have over 2,000 animals. That doesn't count every single leafcutter ant that we have here. About 2,000 animals, about 400 species. So we have a really diverse collection of animals here.
So the long walk to the gorillas is my favorite. It's okay, because it's worth every second of it.
Good, good.
And I understand that they're getting a new home. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so hopefully soon you won't have quite the long walk to see gorillas, because we're in the process of working out a plan. Our friends at Cross Country Mortgage are really helping us reimagine our rainforest building. So the rainforest is down in the front of the zoo. And what we want to do is bring our gorillas down as part of our re-envisioning of that building. We're referring to it as the Primate Forest Project. So we're going to have a great space for our gorilla group and our orangutans down in a completely renovated rainforest. So the way we can design this is an exhibit that's indoors but feels like you're out in the rainforest. And we were going to bring then all the husbandry, all the work that we do with this gorilla group, training for blood pressure and heart checks and all this other wonderful stuff that we have traditionally done behind the scenes. We're going to bring that out for our guests to see so they can see what great care we take care of these animals with and all the work that goes into maintaining a successful gorilla group.
Oh, that's awesome. That sounds so exciting. And I see the little baby just went by.
Yeah, Kayembe's running there doing all the things that a one-year-old does.
I love it. I love it. Well, thanks, Chris.
Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
The Asian Lantern Festival is one of the most popular events here at the zoo. It just returned for its 6th year. We have Kelly Manderfield here to kind of fill us in a little more about the event.
Yeah, so we couldn't be more excited to be bringing back the Asian Lantern Festival through great support like our partnership with Cross Country Mortgage. So this year we can expect all new lanterns. So we've already had over 500,000 guests come through the event, and every year it gets bigger and better. So it's all new lanterns if you've been before, or if you haven't, this is truly one of Cleveland's hottest summer events. You can expect 70 larger-than-life lantern displays, just like the one we're walking through right now.
Beautiful.
Plus live performances. We've got authentic Asian cuisine, and this year we have a special 150-foot-long enchanted garden. It's truly magical when the sun goes down and the lanterns are illuminated after dark.
Sounds exciting. Sounds like a great time. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Thanks for having us, Kelly. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
There's truly so much to do here at the zoo, even zip lining.
You ready for this?
I don't know.
Here we go.
And you can even feed the giraffe. Here you go, buddy.
Here's another one. Thanks to the Cleveland MetroParks Zoo for having us.
Let us see you next time on Financing the American Dream.
Here we go.
Hi, I'm your host, Christy Morick.
And I'm your host, Leanne Saffer.
Welcome to the America Dream TV, where we showcase inspirational stories of those who have achieved success and overcome challenges to live their dreams.
Today, we're at the Good Nights of Lorain County with the founder, Roger Dorsey. We're gonna chat with him today about his amazing organization.
Hi, Roger, how are you?
I'm doing well, how are you, Chris?
I'm doing really good, thank you. Tell us a little bit about Good Nights and your vision and just where it all came from.
Well, Good Nights was founded in June of 2020. My wife and I had started building and delivering beds to kids in Lorain County, starting back in July of 2018. We were with a national organization. We left them just a lot of different reasons, but the main reason we left them was there was so much of a need right here in Lorain County. And each night here in Lorain County, there's between 6,000 and 9,000 kids that go to bed and they don't have a proper bed to sleep in. And we got involved providing beds because when I was between the age of 10 and 13 years old, my mom left West Virginia fleeing domestic violence. And we had to move in with my aunt on the east side of Elyria. And there were 7 children and 2 adult women living in a 3-bedroom, 1,008 square foot home. And most nights for those 3 years, my bed was in the closet. So this resonates with me. I knew it was a problem. I knew what I went through growing up. And I just, my wife and I have been blessed. Our kids have never gone without a bed, but we want to make sure that we can do as much as we can to pay that forward. And since we started in 2018, we've been able to provide over 3,500 beds to kids. And since Good Nights was founded, we've been able to provide over 1,600 beds to kids just here in Lorain County.
That's amazing. All right, well, let's go build some beds. So building beds was kind of fun.
Building beds is a fun activity, but that's just the beginning. Now we get to where I like to say, the icing on the cake. We take our completed headboards, which you guys just built, then we stain them, we do one final drill out, and now we've got them loaded up in the truck. We gather a set of headboards, whether we're doing twin beds or a set of bunk beds, and then we load them in the trucks. We get our mattresses, our sheets, our pillows, our pillowcases, our linens, and then we get to go, and for many times when we walk in the home, it's the first time that the children that we meet have ever had a bed. So we'll gonna head out to 2 homes, set up a couple of set of bunk beds at one, and then 2 twin beds at another, and just kind of see the smiles and know that we've made a little bit of a difference today.
I'm really excited for that. Okay, we're gonna go deliver some beds. Now we're gonna go see how ordinary people are stepping up, making an extraordinary impact. So sit back, relax, and be ready to get inspired by the generosity and kindness of those who are making the America Dream a reality for everyone. It was so much fun today helping out Good Nights of Lorain County.
I loved meeting the kids and helping them put their beds together.
Definitely. And thank you for watching this episode of America Dream TV, Selling Ohio. Join us next time. Bye.
Today on American Dream TV, I'm going to show you how nature enthusiasts and active families can live and play in the suburbs of Cleveland. We're going to start exploring the Cleveland MetroParks. It's a true gem in the heart of Northeast Ohio. From the MetroParks, I'm going to take you just a couple miles away and show you a fabulous luxury home for sale in the center of Solon. I'm Teresa Slowey-Whittam, your host of American Dream TV. Let's go discover the Cleveland MetroParks. Joining me today is Mary Rouse. Mary is the Cleveland MetroParks Director of Outdoor Experiences. We're here in the South Chagrin Reservation, which touches Solon, Bentleyville, and Moreland Hills. Mary, would you take a little nature hike with me so we can show our viewers more?
Absolutely, I would love to.
Okay, let's go.
So you might notice these blue blazes. The blaze is the paint on the tree. A blaze marks the way on a trail. Different colors mean different trails. That blue blaze, that very specific blue, is the Buckeye Trail. The Buckeye Trail circumnavigates the state of Ohio. It's over 1,400 miles. If you're out walking on the Buckeye Trail, you'll see somebody with a big backpack, and they're literally backpacking around the state of Ohio.
Well, here we are at the Henry Church Jr. Rock, another family favorite.
This is one of our really landmark features in Cleveland MetroParks. Henry Church Jr. Rock was named after the gentleman who carved it, Henry Church Jr. He was a local blacksmith, artist, and spiritualist, lived in the Chagrin Falls area. And he finished carving this at about 1885. This was just what he did in his free time. And we're right here along the Chagrin River, which is designated as a state scenic river in Ohio.
Here we are at Lookabout Lodge, still in the South Chagrin Reservation. Now, as Clevelanders, we all know and respect the Cleveland MetroParks for how big it is, how many counties it ties together, and how it unites us. But Mary, could you really describe the scope of what you manage and how many acres are included in the Cleveland MetroParks?
Absolutely. So Cleveland MetroParks is a nationally award-winning park system. Cleveland MetroParks is actually made up of 3 different parts. We have the park side, and on the park side we have 18 parks, or we call them reservations, that encompass over 25,000 acres and over 350 miles of trails. In addition, we have the award-winning Cleveland MetroParks Zoo, which you're probably familiar with, located more centrally. And then we have 8 public golf courses. Again, some of those are nationally recognized golf course systems.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for everything you do to have such a jewel, to have such a resource for our families here around Cleveland.
Well, thank you, and we appreciate the public support.
After a beautiful day in the Cleveland MetroParks, walking in the riverbed of the Chagrin River, or perhaps taking a long bike ride with the family, now let me take you home and show you a home for sale just a few miles down the road. Welcome to Navajo Trail, where we have nearly 3,600 square feet in this 4-bedroom home with 3 full bathrooms and 2 half bathrooms. Right off our front door is the formal dining room in the front of the home that opens by double French doors into the kitchen. The kitchen has upgraded cabinetry, and the whole house has new flooring throughout the first and second floor. As you enter the owner's suite, you will see a spacious bedroom space and a professionally designed closet that will surely impress all future buyers. So between the spacious bedroom and the ensuite bathroom is a 2-way fireplace. I'm Teresa Slowey-Whittam. This is American Dream TV, selling Cleveland. Until next time, thank you for watching.
The year is 1970. The date is May 4th. This date put Kent State on the map to the entire world. 4 Dead in Ohio by Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young became the song that forever reminded the world of the tragic day when Vietnam protesting students would be gunned down by the Ohio National Guard, which would leave 9 injured and 4 dead. 2 weeks ago marked 53 years since that tragic event, and we never forget. But I'm here to tell you that there's more to Kent State and Kent than what people remember about that day. Hi, my name is Mary Markoulis, and I am your host on today's episode of The American Dream, where I'm going to be featuring Kent State and Kent. And I have a co-host with me today, and his name is Marcus Wright. He is a co-worker with me, but he is a native to Kent, and he's going to help me navigate this lovely city.
It'll be a fun day.
Excellent. Let's go do this.
Let's do it.
we are here at the Haymaker Farmers Market, and I wanted Marcus to come with us because he's been growing up here ever since he was a little kid. He can tell us a little more about it.
Yeah, so the farmers market started in 1992. When I was a kid, man, they only had like 4 or 5 vendors out here, a lot of local producers and people making sauces and different things like that. Now there's over 40 vendors. So this thing has really grown. They even do it during the winter at the bell tower. So it's great. It's honestly a great thing. It's great to see more natural things being produced and people using great products as well.
Well, that was fun today. I'm glad that you came and we came down to this farmer's market. What do you say we go over to Ray's now and go see that place?
Yeah, let's go try that muffo burger.
So here we are at the famous Ray's place. We're gonna go in and speak with Mike and have him tell us all about what makes this place so famous. Come on in. So Mike, thank you so much for taking a moment to meet with me. I love this place. I've been coming here for many, many years. Maybe not as many years as it's been open. I mean, how long has this place been open?
So 1937 is when Ray opened the doors. And at the time, he started as a meeting place in a restaurant, and it's been Ray's place ever since.
Oh my gosh. So also in this area, there's lots of famous people that kind of went through Kent State, and they come here a lot too. Do you get any regulars?
We get a lot of regulars. Now, probably the most famous one in most recent years was Drew Carey.
Yeah,
when Drew Carey came in, he was gracious enough to open up a full tab, and he bought all the drinks for the entire bar.
Did he really?
He did, and he left a very, very hefty tip that evening also.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that is so awesome.
But he didn't want recognized. He didn't want anything for free. He just wanted to kind of sit there. He was watching the Kent State game at the time when Kent State basketball when they made it to the Elite Eight that year.
So every single time whenever I sell houses to people coming in from out of town, if they knew anything about Kent, they knew Ray's. And I do know that you guys have been featured on a famous food show. Was it the Food Network?
It was the Food Network. There was a show called The Best Thing I Ever Ate, and they talked to chefs throughout the country, and Michael Simon was one of the ones they interviewed and said, what's the best thing you've ever ate at someone else's restaurant? And he used to come in here, that's before he was famous, but he always got the mofo burger. So he said that was the best burger that he's ever had, and since then we sell so many mofo burgers just because of his
Well, we're getting one of those today.
Okay, sounds great.
I cannot believe you ate that entire thing. How was it?
Me either. It was delicious stuff.
Oh my gosh, that was huge.
Yeah.
Well, let's go see some craft beers. What do you think?
Yeah, let's check it out.
All right, let's go. Beautiful day.
Beautiful.
Thank you for joining us today on this episode of The American Dream featuring Kent State. Hopefully you guys join us next time, but for today, you guys go and have a really blessed and wonderful day.
Cheers.
Welcome back to our next episode of The American Dream Selling Canton. We're here on location in Greene, Ohio, which is an awesome suburb in Greene, often shows up in one of the top 10 communities around this country. I'm your host, Dan.
And I'm Nicole. And one of the things we love about Northeast Ohio is all the trending and unique food opportunities. But today we get a super cool opportunity to go into Pav's Creamery, and they offer something very unique. Come inside and check it out.
Here with Melody at Pav's Creamery. Melody, you're one of the owners here. So I'm super excited. I mean, who wouldn't be excited being at an ice cream store? But maybe you could tell us a little bit about how you guys got started.
Sure, yeah. Well, thanks for having us. We're excited too. Pav's Creamery got started many years ago. Back in the 70s, my husband's grandparents purchased Pav's, and we've just been going strong ever since. My mother-in-law has the original, and we've just expanded from there to 5 locations now.
We love coming to Pav's.
Awesome.
And we certainly,
Yeah,
we certainly
awesome.
have our favorites, but what's one of your favorites?
Oh golly, it's so hard to choose. But I've got to say my favorite ice cream flavor we have is probably salted caramel truffle. I do love a good adult shake as well. Those are very good. Mama needs that sometimes.
Which is actually something that's unique to Pabs, right? I mean, it's something you guys do that's totally different from everyone else.
It absolutely is. When we opened here 8 years ago, we were the first, we think, in the nation to actually have a liquor license combined with the ice cream store. So definitely very unique. It's a part of our menu that you won't see everywhere. And there's lots of fun flavors and liquor and all sorts of different ingredients that make our milkshakes lots of fun.
Yeah, it's definitely very tasty. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
As a United States Air Force veteran, one of the things that's nearest and dearest to my heart is anything that supports our troops. Today, we're at the MAPS Air Museum here in Greene, Ohio, and I'm Nicole.
I'm Dan, and we're in a fully functioning medical tent here at the MAPS Museum in Greene, Ohio. It's pretty phenomenal. There's a lot of functional and really amazing stuff here, and we're about to tour a pretty amazing museum and actually functioning artifact that's full of stories and full of magic. Let's go check it out.
So I'm here with Kim Kaveski, the Executive Director of the MAPS Air Museum. Can you tell me a little bit about the MAPS Air Museum?
We were formed in 1990. We have about 800 members. We have 60 airplanes.
Okay.
And we have about 150 to 125 volunteers that do all kinds of functions here. We document about 58,000 volunteer hours. And that's worth about $1.3 million. If we didn't have the volunteers, we wouldn't be in existence.
Wow. So how many would you say most of the museum is made up with volunteers?
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about the Fallen Feathers Memorial of Ohio.
It was a brainchild of Graham Webb, and he was from Columbus. In fact, this was in the Capitol building for many years. But what it is, it's made out of buckeye wood. The eagle itself, when you carve an eagle, the head is typically facing either the war side or the peace side, depending upon where you are at that point in time. In this particular case, it's facing the peace side because of what it represents. Now, each one of these feathers that are in here are hand carved by an Ohio carver on Ohio wood for a person we lost in Afghanistan and Iraq. And then what we did was, when we humanized it, we added a website that allows you to hear the story and see the person.
Thank you so much for
You're
sharing
welcome.
with us today, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, come and see us.
Yeah, we will.
Thanks for joining us on our trek through Greene, Ohio. I'm Dan.
And I'm Nicole, and we will see you on the next episode of The American Dream, Selling Canton. Now let's see if I remember how to fly this thing.
Hello, I'm Jared Lee, host of The American Dream Selling Cleveland. Today we're in Cleveland Heights at CLE Urban Winery. We're going to meet with owner Destiny Burns and find out what truly makes this winery unique. Come on, let's check it out. Destiny, thanks for having us here.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
So first question, what inspired you to start your own winery?
Well, I grew up in Cleveland. Euclid is my hometown. And about 8 years ago, after a 20-year career in the military and 13 years in the defense industry, I decided to come back home. I wanted to open a business that had something to do with food and wine. I looked at the market here in Cleveland, and there's so many great restaurants. I didn't want to wade into that red ocean of competition, but I love the brewery culture here in Cleveland. It's like a beating heart of the city. So I figured if it works with beer, why not wine? So from the ground up, I created this urban craft brewery style winery where we're just making wine instead of beer. We have always had a license to sell and distribute only in Ohio. But I'm just launching a capability through a company called Vino Shipper that's going to allow me to ship to 39 states.
Wow.
We're going to be able to get this Cleveland-centric wine out to the masses.
All right, Destiny, can you give me a little bit of a tour of this great place?
Yeah, so this building is actually over 100 years old. It was a former auto repair garage, so people would come in here and get their cars fixed. We built the bar here. We had to cut through the concrete to put the bar in. We really designed this thing from the ground up. It was a big raw space when I got it. So I was able to really create it the way that we wanted it. So we put this bar in here and this back bar so people can sit and look into the winery. Up in the front, we have seating for about 40 people. We also host live music and things like that with up in the front here in our garage door. And when the weather's nice, we can open the back garage door and the front, and the wind just kind of flows through, which is really lovely. This is where the magic happens. This is where we make our wine.
Oh, wow.
So all of our wine is fermented in stainless steel in these tanks here. And we do have some barrel aging going on as well. These are for our special reserve. So we get these bourbon barrels from Tom's Foolery Distillery in Chagrin Falls. We've got a barrel of Cab, a barrel of Syrah, and a barrel of Merlot. And in about another 4 months, we'll take all those 3 barrels and we'll blend them all together, and it's a beautiful, velvety, rich red blend that we call CLE Urban Wine. This is finished wine right here.
Okay.
So we have, in the back, I have another storage area that is stacked to the ceiling with finished wine. So this is where we make our wine.
No, this place is definitely truly unique. Well, Destiny, we really appreciate you taking
Thank
out the
you.
time
It's
in
so
here.
good to have you here today.
I'm here with Daryl Constant Jr. at the Art of Tremont. Daryl, this place is fantastic. Can you tell me what inspired you to get into the Airbnb game?
So for the longest time, I always wanted to get into real estate. It was always a passion of mine, and I was just tired of sitting on the sidelines. So I talked with my family, talked with a friend, and then we decided to jump right in. And we're gonna focus on the short-term rentals and see where that takes us.
Tell me where you came up with the concept behind this design, because I haven't seen anything like this.
It's really crucial when you're launching your Airbnb that you wanna be unique. You wanna have amenities that set you apart from the rest of your competition. So for the Art of Tremont, I think there's 3 things that really make this unique. One is the vibrant colors and the artwork all throughout the house. 2 is our Control 4 software technology that's integrated everywhere. So for example, there's speakers in every room. So you could play Spotify, Pandora, in a unique room or in all the rooms. And then finally, I think the last thing that makes this unique is in our basement, we have our deluxe theater system, where there's a wall-to-wall monitor projection system with movie theater chairs.
Daryl, thanks again for having us. I'm your host, Jared Lee. Catch us next time on The American Dream Selling Cleveland.
Ready to watch this movie?
You bet.
Let's do it.
I hope you enjoyed today's show, produced from America's finest city, but shot in the heart of your neighborhoods. Don't forget positive media when the world really needs it. Follow us on social media at The American Dream TV. See you next time. In the meantime, cheers to your American dream.